Are you wanting to make custom challenge coins with your xTool O1 Omni? Then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to take this blank challenge coin and turn it into this. This two-sided pirate-themed challenge coin is perfect for any game night. It's the perfect way to show how you can make these kind of coins. And this technique is going to be useful in so many different areas. Now, this specific area of doing a raised print challenge coin like this with about a 38mm print does take a little bit, but you'll see through the video when I'm showing you in xTool Studio how to set everything up, the different options that you have, and then I will follow up with you at the end with my thoughts on if printing a coin like this is worth it, or maybe what other options there are and where you can apply this type of technique on more than just blank metal coins. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's get started with making this challenge coin. Okay, so we're going to get started here in xTool Studio by just clicking New Tab. And we will see if the Omni wants to connect wirelessly. It was working earlier today, and it did. Awesome. So we are connected to the Omni now. I'm going to take the coin and just set it on the bed. It's as simple as that. I'm going to leave the doors open for this one just so you guys have a better view. But obviously this will work perfectly fine with the doors closed. And it looks like it wants the top cover closed before scanning. So we're going to close that top cover and then hit scan. Awesome. Now we have the coin imported right here. And I am going to try Smart Mask with this. Let's see what happens when it runs the extraction, what portion it grabs. Because I don't want to print on the whole coin. See, that's an issue there. We need to now clear that. And let's see which different modes there are. So if we run the extraction for parts, will it let me just select the inside part? Because that's what I want to print on here. I want to leave. Okay, so that's not going to work either. And so, okay, we're not going to be able to use Smart Mask here, but this is a good thing for you guys to, see me going through for you as well. And we could also use manual, but, I'm not wanting to go brush that because there's no point in that. When I can just grab my two graphics that I'm going to use, drop them in here, and move them off to the side. I don't know where that scan went. I'll have it redo the scan while I get these images ready. So we're going to do cutout and select the outside color for both of these images. Cut out and select that outside color. And so this is going to be a two-sided coin. So we've got this treasure chest and then this ship's wheel. And if you're wondering where I got these, I got them from Codex, which is part of ChatGPT. These are AI-generated images. I had it upscale the final renders to 300 DPI so they would be print ready. And now we should be about ready to lay them out. I'm going to move this one out of the way, tell it no output, grab this one, bring it here, and we're going to go ahead and move this into relief. Now this is going to be a 1mm relief, and we're going to tell it to generate. Texture is also possible to do with this, and texture actually requires no tokens. And I will show you the preview between texture and relief here in a second once relief finishes generating. Okay, awesome. So there is the relief, and now let's go ahead and pull up the preview here. This preview is for the relief where we can actually change the thickness and all of that, but let's just come in here and see what it's doing. And so you can see this is not as thick of a relief as I would be hoping it would be. So we're going to, let's try the invert toggle and see what that does. You guys are just learning here with me as we go through this. And invert does not do what I'm looking for it to do, so we're going to uninvert it. And then let's go ahead and bump this up to, let's say, a 2mm raised coin and see what that does. And so that is still not giving me exactly what I'm wanting. We're going to switch this from relief to texture at 1mm and hit preview. And this is actually more what I was looking for. So I'm gonna take and, nope, I wanna leave the thickness at 1. I meant to bump the smoothness up. So leave the thickness at 1, and then we'll bump the smoothness up to like 5 and see what that looks like. That's still a little high. We'll bump smoothness down to 3 maybe. There we go. So I'm wanting this to have a texture you can really feel without it being too deep. And so that's what it looks like we're gonna get here. And so at this point, I'm using the texture, which is free. You don't have to use any AI credits on the texture, whereas I did have to use 6 credits on the relief. And so that is something to note. And it also looks like it's having some issues staying connected right now. So I'm going to switch to a USB connection. There we go. We are now connected over USB. We will now redo the scan for the 3rd time. And hopefully some of these issues will be fixed in future like firmware updates or something like that. But for now, connecting over USB seems to be rock solid. Connecting over wireless seems to be kind of hit or miss, which is not what I'm used to when it comes to xTool products. I use my P3 exclusively wirelessly, and it works fantastic. But it is possible that my existing or my current Omni unit might be on some like early firmware or something like that, as it is a little bit ahead of the official launch when people are having theirs in their hands. And now we start to scale this down. I'm just gonna work on scaling this to be in the middle of that. Now, one thing I wish we could do, and it's possible, it's just a setting that I haven't found yet, but that would be to make this ever so slightly transparent. That way it's easier to see, you know, if it's perfectly aligned, but I can just do this and it looks like it is. Okay, so now this is ready to print, and we're going to just do, you know, standard stuff, rigid white. There's no reason to use this white or flexible white. This is a coin, and we can come up here and we can even select coin. Let's see if there's a coin in here. Yep, there it is. Select. I don't know if that's going to change anything, but we'll go ahead and select it anyway. I am going to do this as a 2-sided coin. You did see the other side of the coin. And so this coin here will take 19 minutes, 35 seconds to finish, and it will cost about 10 cents in ink. Okay, so with all that said, let's get started with this print. Okay, so side one is printed, and this looks absolutely fantastic. I think that is exactly where I wanted it all to be. So now, let's get this flipped over. And there's not necessarily a right way to lay that down. Lay it down. That is going to wiggle around some. Yes, the UV ink does not stick to the sticky bed. Let's see, how can I hold that down? It's going to be too tall. These are just some 3D printed pieces that I had lying around, and that'll hold it in. So that kind of shows you a little makeshift jig there. But now it's time to close the doors again and go rescan, get the new graphic lined up. Back over here, we're going to hit finished. I'm going to see what this width is, 3911. Move this off to the side. Rescan to make this 3911. And I'm going to make that a texture with 1 millimeter and 3 millimeter texture. 1 millimeter, 3 for that. Now we just wait for the scan to finish. There we go. So let's zoom in here. And that looks perfect. Maybe that. Perfect. Okay. So now we are going to go to process. Oops. This needs to be turned back on. And that's fine. It's out of the processing area. It should only process this. Okay, good. We're going to process this. This is also going to take 19 minutes and take approximately 11 cents worth of ink. So in total, about 21 cents worth of ink and about 40 minutes on the print time here. But now we're just going to let these the machine go back and do its thing, and I'll be back with you guys in about 20 minutes. Okay, let's take a look at the coin. Looks absolutely fantastic. The texture is great. I love how this came out. Okay, so there you have it. That is exactly how to make one of these coins. Now, let's talk a little bit of the logistics here. That coin did take about 40 total minutes to print on my xTool O1 Omni dual UV printer. And you did see that I was using the rigid white from head 2, which is going to print faster than trying to print the regular white out of head 1. I just, was looking some pricing up and stuff like that. These coins are about $2 a piece on Amazon. Not necessarily this exact one with this outer border. I was having trouble finding those. But for more of a blank style coin that would print like this, these here, you're paying about $2 a piece. And so that means your all-in investment is about $2.20 for a coin like this. That's not bad as far as investment goes. And so while printing a single coin definitely took almost 40 minutes for both sides at about 19 to 20 minutes a side, if you were to fill the whole bed with coins, that print time goes down drastically. I just simulated what it would be like if I was to put 7 coins wide by 2 coins deep on the small bed, which that would fit, by the way. And that would only take 1 hour per side. But that's only 4.5 minutes per side of the coin for the exact same print. In fact, that was doing the treasure chest print. I literally just took and used the grid array to move this around the bed. So 4.5 minutes a coin, definitely worth it. And as a reference to my last video that I uploaded, had you watched that, or should you go watch that now, where I do the raised print on the case, you kind of get a little bit of the same savings if you put multiple cases on a bed, but it's not as big of a difference. It drops it from 37 minutes to about 28 minutes. Still 10 minutes of savings, and that could be enough to sway which way you go. But all that to say, don't just take what I, a random YouTuber, tell you to print, or whether I tell you not to print something. I might do a video like with that phone case and say, hey, this might not be worth it. But you look at it and say, actually, I have a local following who would buy these for $40 a piece, and I have 2 machines and, all these other variables that I don't have because I'm not you. So make sure to make all decisions based off of what you can sell in your market. But these coins, these are going to be fantastic. My family is a big board game family. I'm sure that we're going to be making a ton of these. I've already talked with my father-in-law and my brother-in-law. They're both really big into board games, and we're going to be making all kinds of custom tokens for different games that we play and things like that. And so being able to drop the print time from 19 minutes aside to 4.5 minutes aside if I'm batching something out, and then being able to throw the big bet on there and be able to print, tons of custom chips or something like that, is going to be a fantastic thing. And the other thing is, if you were to go with a flat print, this would print so much quicker, but it's just not as cool as the raised print here. I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope that you guys are enjoying these daily uploads. I might continue these after the month of August. I'm not sure, but so far it's been working out great in August. I've been able to get some great content out for you guys, get some great feedback from you, and the channel's really growing. On Sunday, we passed 4,000 subscribers. We're already nearing 4,200. We have 2 paid members as well. My mom, thank you so much, Mom, for being the first paid member on the channel. And then Robert Lowe, thank you for being the 2nd paid member on the channel. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up to help YouTube push it out to more people. And if you've not subscribed yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as a special treat for those of you that made it all the way to the end, I'm going to be a speaker at this year's Next Level Maker Summit in Dallas, Texas. That's at the end of this month. We're leaving in just a few weeks to drive down to Dallas. And if you see me on the floor, come up and say hi. Tell me which video you saw me mention this in, and if you saw it in multiple, then tell me which ones you saw that in. I will have a special gift for each and every person that comes up to tell me they saw this mentioned in a video. Now, I might run out, and if I do, I'm sorry, I can only bring so many gifts, but I will definitely have those with me throughout the show as long as I have them. But something that I will offer to everybody watching this video, if you come up and mention the video that you saw me mention this in, then we will record a little one-on-one, not necessarily interview, but shout out. And I'm going to be doing recordings all throughout the show. I'll be making daily uploads still while I'm there. I'll probably have some of it scheduled out, but I'll be doing recording the entire time that I'm there. And so you could make it onto a video. You could shout your business or your brand or just a friend out. And so I'm really looking forward to that. So thank you guys again so much for watching. It's been a blast doing these videos, and I'll catch you in the next one.